Hey everybody, back again on another episode of Horseplay on Mustang Network. To my left I have Hart Bensley, and to my right I have Cooper Kennedy and Chase Ty, and I'm Cameron Tony. Today we're going to be asking the question, was Thanos right? So let's get into it, guys.
Alright, so I feel like we have to talk about when he was born.
Yeah.
Alright, but I'm not really too,
Well, okay, so he was born on his home planet, this it was literally called Titan. And he was called the Bad Titan because when he grew up, he was corrupted from birth. He was made out to be this, evil guy.
Yeah.
So people really never give him a chance.
Like he offered a solution to what's happening, and they called him crazy.
Yeah. So he got the nickname as Mad Titan, from 10 years old.
Yeah.
So when you got a guy like that, you think about real life. He getting called evil at 10 years old. That guy's probably going to grow up to be evil. So can't really blame him.
And then didn't the Celestials or whatever, the gods. So they created everything.
Yeah.
So they're like the gods.
So they're like the quote unquote gods of the MCU and everything.
Yeah.
So
like Earth and whatever, whenever they he populated it. So the whole point of it is there is too much population going on, and they'll once it starts getting too populated, they'll come and just eradicate everything.
Yeah. So
Thanos' plan was basically just take only half, and then not instead of just all of it.
Yeah. So he had an idea of kill 10 to save 100.
Yeah.
That's his ideology. Now, the way he went wrong was because the way he went about it, he tried to get the Infinity Gauntlet. Well, he did get the Infinity Gauntlet, and he tried to just this is me, this is my plan, and I'm going to do it,
Yeah.
That's kind of where he messed up with it.
But he did want, half the world to prosper.
Yeah.
Because the resources were, not adequate enough.
I think it goes back to
the whole world.
Yeah, it's like if you had everyone, they're gonna die in a year, but instead you can let half live their entire lifetime.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and establish. All right, where do we stand?
I think that Thanos as a person is evil, but I think Thanos' plan was evil, but Thanos as a person was maybe not just a good guy, but he had a moral compass. I would say that.
Where do you stand, Mark?
I think I don't know. I feel like he was a little bit misguided, maybe, but I feel like there may have been a better plan. But I mean, I feel like every plan there's bads and goods.
Yeah.
So I think he was a good plan. It's not the worst.
What you say?
Yeah, I definitely think there's pros and cons to anything. It was a bad situation either way, and so I feel like he was just trying to, make something happen.
Yeah.
Instead of just waiting for them to all
Now,
die.
I think he I see both the pros and cons, but I'm leaning towards more he's not good because he's still killing people and who made him the Messiah to save all these people?
That's the big thing people don't like to understand. They think who designated him to be this one that's gonna make this decision. But the thing is about it, he says in the movie that he's the only one basically with enough willpower to be able to do it. Nobody else in the universe he thinks is able to handle this.
See, I think that's pretty wrong.
Yeah.
Because nobody else has done it except him. And you gotta think of it like this: if everybody's destined to be killed or whatever, if in the Bible, God destroyed the earth because there's too much sin and only left Noah and his family. It's like that. The Celestials are destroying all of it because that's what it's destined to do. So he's kind of defying that. Which I guess if you're destined to die, you're just gonna die. Yeah. Everybody's gonna die.
All he did was just prolong the death of everybody.
Yeah.
Now, it's not saying it's a bad thing, nor it's really a good thing that that he let half the population live and just killed off the other half because it would have all died the next 10 years instead of letting them live for another 50, 30.
They still
Another thing is if I was one of the people and my best friend just died, I would rather spend that 50 years he had left with him than just
then half of it.
But I'm thinking of a family standpoint. If you're a mother or something or a father, and you think half of us could die, but my children could live the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
But the thing
That's
about it though,
awful.
it was so random. He didn't like go around each planet and be like, okay, you're gonna
Yeah.
live, you're gonna die,
It's
you're gonna
random.
live. It was completely random. He could have died himself. Like
Yeah.
it was, you know,
Yeah, I do feel like if it wasn't random, it would have been
Definitely.
a better plan
yeah.
because
See, I think that
it's just tough.
maybe he would have just like went in like you said, okay, you're gonna kill all the bad people. You know,
Yeah.
not saying that's right either,
Yeah.
but you're gonna kill half people anyway. Might as well get the bad ones
Yeah.
out.
I feel like the big thing is the stones and the gauntlets. So since like the Celestials
Yeah.
like created it, we don't really know if like it affects them or not.
Mhm.
But like,
Well, I think the Celestials they're like it's like tiers to like the entities in the Marvel universe. You know, you have like eternity, which is like the highest, and then you have the Celestials. Then you have the one above, the one who remains. Then you have like the Watcher. Then you have like the pantheons got like Greek and Egypt and all that. So I think they're like it's like dimensions. Like the first dimension never knows the second dimension because it's so far above it.
mhm.
So I think it was kind of like that. He took it upon himself because he didn't know that they were like above him. He's here until he got there. So that's when he realized.
And he's still like, but like the thing is like he said to get those stones, he's still killing people. And like Vision, for instance, to get the Mind Stone, he has to kill him. And like he's destroying Scarlet Witch's
Yeah.
like lover.
He had to kill Gamora too.
Yeah.
To get the Soul Stone. I mean, so anybody that would have went about it would have to kill somebody.
Yeah.
But my thing is like the biggest question on like why I think he could have done stuff differently is if there's too much people for the resources and stuff, why not just use the reality stone to make more resources?
See, now that's a big question right there because actually the Infinity Stones, even though they're powerful, they can do like crazy things. They actually do not have the power to create more resources. So,
but like the thing is like we've seen like if I had like the reality stone and I needed water, I could just make reality this for water.
Well, it's a false perception because like even in the movie, if you remember in the first movie, Infinity War, when they were on the planet with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they was going to try to stop him from getting the reality stone, he had already got it, and he made it seem like it was they was winning.
Yeah.
And turns out when they get to the point where they finna kill him, he just he just makes it to what it actually was. He already destroyed everything. So he used reality stone to make an illusion. It can't actually make things into reality.
Okay.
I also think he could have like not only done it on his own, like he could have asked for second.
Now that goes back to him being corrupted in his own headspace.
He tried to do everything on his own, and that's just not possible.
Yeah.
Something that did.
I mean, well, it's possible because he did it, but as far from
not for it to be morally right.
Yeah.
But like another reason, like you're saying, morally right. It's not like he was doing it to be selfish, because after he like completed his plan, he went and became a farmer.
Yeah.
But he also said he wanted to, look out for
his whole that was his whole plan, like just to be able to have peace. Like that was his life mission. The universe be balanced, and he's complete.
Yeah. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, but who made him the person?
Nobody made him the person. He decided upon himself that I'm gonna be that guy.
And I think that's how.
I just think he saw on his planet that, like no one else would do anything about it, so he thinks that he's the only one who can.
Yeah, and that's where it goes to a hypocrite.
Yeah, that's when you get to the question: was he right?
Yeah,
because you don't really know because like I see it this way, but I see it this way. It's like it depends where you are morally and how you would go about it. Like, okay, let's say you were Thanos, how would you go about it?
See, it's a messed up situation, but like, I mean, you could go about it any way you want to, but it's like, are we taking my mindset?
Let's say your mindset, you're in Thanos when he meets the Asgardians when they're on the ship. Start from there. The start of Infinity War.
See, I wouldn't even be going about the stones.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I said, like I just think if we're gonna die, we're gonna die. There's nothing you can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't you can prolong it and all that, but you're still doing it in evil ways by killing people so that the other people don't come kill you. So you're just killing people so that other people don't kill more people. You're still killing people. So that's what I'm saying. Like, who made him the person to do that?
And the way I tell, if it was like, if I think he was right, I put myself in the position of the people because, like, I mean, they just were gone randomly.
Like, I mean, if you put yourself in the position of the people and on the other side of anything is gonna look bad. I mean, if you're a villain fighting the Avengers, of course you're gonna hate the Avengers thinking they're the bad ones. So, I mean, I see how you look at it because they're just innocent civilians. But I think from a standpoint, if you really take the time to look at it, I'm just a regular person in the world, and if I have a chance to be a sacrifice, so the earth, and it wasn't just the people that were gonna die.
Yeah,
the earth itself was gonna implode.
They also didn't know that though.
That's true.
There would have been a warning, something.
Well, that's the point. There is no warning. I mean, the only warning that we even knew about was until 2 movies later in Eternals when we saw this hand sticking out. So
So like the people didn't even know about the Celestials, right? So I think that's how it should have been. Like, because I think it's better if you don't know your death than if you do. You know what I'm saying? Because like if they just came and wiped everybody out, then that's
the people. I think the people still don't know about Celestials. I think it was just revealed to actually like the audience, like us outside, like us in the Eternals, of course. But I don't really think like the people on Earth and like Thanos actually even knew about it. I think Thanos was doing it because that was his purpose.
Yeah, I saw a thing where like I don't remember where I saw it, but like it was like I thought about it, but I didn't know how he could actually do it. But I was going to ask y'all. He said that he could start life on another planet.
Yeah.
Instead of like just doing it all on Earth. Is that true? Or
so from like yeah, he can because once he has all the Infinity Guns, their power is almost endless, except the fact that he can't. The only thing that he can't do is like create more resources because of the reality stone thing. Yeah. But other than that, he can like literally do anything he wants because he is a god, quote unquote. He's on the same. He gets all the Infinity Stones. He's on the same playing field with the Celestials. Like he could go and kill a Celestial if he wanted to.
Yeah,
that's powerful.
I feel like his mindset though, from his childhood, he can't like really think of a plan that's like peaceful.
Yeah. Because all he knows is hardship, corruption, evil. Because there's people on this planet they were real. We could say they were dumb. Like they were real like into themselves, centered into themselves. They didn't care about the planet. They didn't care about what was being happening. And he saw all this taking place, and so they instilled in him, okay, I don't want this to happen, but also he's corrupted, so he don't think it's a good way to get out of it. He thinks it's a bad way.
Yeah. Like what you were saying about like how he's like a god essentially. Like when you're saying that like he thinks that he's like the only one that can save it or whatever. Like I think he's nothing without the gauntlet. Like he's just a big dude.
Yeah.
But like you can just kill him easily. So like you can get a normal person on the street of Manhattan and put the gauntlet in their hands and they can be a god.
Well, yeah, that's the whole purpose.
And that's what I think. That's what I'm saying. Like he's just a narcissist. Like he's just.
I think he was being a little selfish at that point because he wanted that peace or that satisfaction so bad.
I think up until the point when he got the Soul Stone, had to kill Gamora, he was fully narcissistic.
Like
he
it
didn't
changed.
care. He didn't realize what he was actually doing and how it was affecting people until he had to kill Gamora, and he realized it because you can see it in him. He realized it, but he was too far deep.
Yeah,
you just had to finish. Yeah. Because at that point, what are you going to do? Go tell everybody that, okay, I'm sorry for killing your mom,
Exactly.
Yeah. But back to about the new life on the planet or whatever, like, couldn't he do that instead of doing all the Earth thing? And doesn't that kind of make him evil? Because
I mean,
like what I'm saying, I think the main thing why he's like evil is because I don't think he experienced it enough with the power he had.
But it's also true, he just kind of he knew that he knew
like
the
he saw his plan and didn't like want to alter it any other way.
Because like in the movie, he had his general, like his general asked him, there's another way we can go about this. He said, this is the only way. Like that's when he says, I am inedible.
I am inevitable.
What I'm thinking though, I don't know if he could have done this because it's just like how much power do the stones have, but like if he can make all those people just like blip out of existence, can he not like also do that with the memories of them? Would that have been better? if he just like made everyone forget?
I feel like it would have because like that's what I was saying in the position of like the people, like my mom and dad just like were gone, just randomly.
Yeah,
Like, that
that'd
would
be
be
bad.
like
See, I like that
traumatic.
idea. I never thought of it like that. I like that idea.
But if they didn't, like, if I didn't know them and it was just ended all well, I feel like that would have been more.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most thing. Like I feel like most morally people want to like instead of just like Cooper dying and I'm living, I'd rather just like spend time with Cooper and then instead of just
die.
Sweet.
I think let's go back to that. Thanos was a corrupt person. He wasn't right in the mind. He had a good plan, like it working, but the plan itself wasn't good.
It could have been more thought through.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what.
Like,
And if he had, I feel like if he had more ideas from others, it could have worked.
So like you can see like when Iron Man gets the gun at the end of Endgame and he snaps, you know. So like you saying anybody can be a guy with a gauntlet, like anybody. You just have to have enough willpower. But okay, actually scratch that. I won't say anybody because it does take a physical strain on you
to snap, not
to use it. But
like I can use the stone if I want. If I never wanted to snap, that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on the person and their mind. So if I just wanted to use the stone, I can use the stone all I want.
Because remember, Hulk used it before Iron Man, and he snapped, but Thanos, when he snapped, nothing happened. You know what happened was I'm having a brain fart.
Thanos' ship. Like
Thanos' ship
came to that universe.
Yeah, came to that universe when he snapped because he felt the, and so it started all over again.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What I'm thinking of, also, I mean, Iron Man when he snaps, he's basically like sentencing all those people he brought back to die. Like I guess he didn't know about it.
Yeah, they didn't know about it.
So, yeah,
it's like, I mean, everybody was wrong by ignorance from a certain extent. I mean, kids, you know, it's like I say, ignorance doesn't like rule out the law.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you didn't know about it, don't mean that you weren't still wrong. So
I think it just goes up for like who, like it just depends on the person using it or whatever. But that's pretty much what I'm going for.
What's your final thoughts on the Cooper?
Man, it's tough. I feel like you could look at it from one side and he could be right, you know, and then from another side, from like another point of view, I still think he was right in his idea. I just feel like it could have been more thought through, and he could have made it work.
Yeah. What about you, Mark?
I'm still kind of feeling the same. It's just there's like infinite possibilities of what he could have done. I feel like there's not many that are like completely peaceful and that people would see as like not evil. I feel like he could have actually thought of a better one, maybe, but I don't know. Like it all goes back to how much power those stones give you, because he can't like obviously like do anything you want. Like
there's limitations
to it. If we know everything he can do, I mean, we could definitely figure something out that would work.
What about you?
I just thought that I never like wrapping things up and stuff, but like I just thought about something. If like the Celestials are watching over and they're thinking about these resources and these people are too overpopulated, I just thought about what you said about the reality stone. Can't he make an illusion that there's more resources?
Yeah, he can. I mean, but back what I was saying when I was saying the Celestials are above that because they created it.
They just see it.
They
see it right there.
Yeah, they just see right through it because they know what it is. You know.
All right, but my thoughts is I think I really like I agree with him. Like he could have done it differently and he could have done more things to like think it through. But overall, if I have to stand on one side, I think he's evil.
See, my thoughts is I'm more hard side with it. I think that at the end of the day, from a standpoint, them not knowing about the Celestials, it's only been about the resources. I think that he was right because they're just going to die, like not just Earth, literally like half the universe. So I think he just made a sacrifice for what needed to be done. Yeah. So I think he was right but morally wrong.
Yeah, it's just him that did it. Like I think it's a hard thing to determine because like he was the one that was in the shoes of the gauntlet and the plan or whatever. But I think I really like if death is guaranteed, so I mean, why try to change all that?
I feel you.
So that's
All right, guys. Now it's time to see what you think. We're going to send Heart on the hallways to ask you, was Thanos right? Over the Heart now.
Heart in the hallways.
Turn me up, YC.
What is your name? Yeah, what's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Lavender.
Do you think Thanos was right?
Who was that?
What is your name?
My name's Reed Posey.
And do you think Thanos was right?
Nuh-uh.
Why?
I feel kind of, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not.
So, what's your name?
Nadia.
And yours?
Allie.
So, in you guys' opinion, was Thanos right?
Yes.
No.
Why do you think that?
Because like everybody was gonna die eventually, so I feel like he made the right decision.
Yeah.
I don't think that he had the authority to make that decision.
Interesting. Was Thanos right?
Yes, Thanos was right.
Was Thanos right?
Oh, no.
Okay. Wait. Oh, all right. Was Thanos right?
I have no clue.
Oh, well, misinformed. What's your name?
Ann Trust.
And yours?
Grayson Foster.
Do you think Thanos was right?
For sure.
Why?
Because he was.
Okay, and you?
Sure.
How come?
Because some of these people that are stupid, they need to leave.
Some of these people, they're stupid, they need to leave.
All right. Now that Heart back, we're going to look at a poll of the student body that was found out about the question, was Thanos right? Here are the results. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to Horseplay on the Mustang Network. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Horseplay on the Mustang Network. Be sure to catch our next episode as West Jones students Maggie Claire Todd, Nadia Perez, Allie Green, and Morgan Lindsay debate the Helen Keller conspiracy.